Hey, this is Stacia, and we're going to take a look at a training game that I played on chess.com against Badger 5. And we played two games tonight. So I had white against him and black against him. This is actually the second game. And this one was a Smith-Morra Gambit, so I thought I wanted to take a look at this. So first of all, I want to turn off the well, I guess I'll leave the annotations on. It's okay. Okay, so it went e4, c5, d4. Yeah, we know the Smith-Morra Gambit, right? Bishop c4, knight to c6. Yeah, and I have to say, like, in Sicilians, usually don't put the bishop on c4 because this bishop is blocked, especially if there's a pawn on e6 like this. But you maybe want the bishop there in case you want to sacrifice. But also we're controlling a critical d5 square. So I'm just letting you know why the bishop goes there still. Okay, so my opponent went with this move. So I know that Esserman calls this move like 007, the professional's choice. And he makes it like a James Bond thing. It's really fun to read Mayhem in the Morra. I highly recommend that book. But I guess only if you're going to play the opening. Otherwise, it's pointless. And here he recommends to pin the knight first with the idea of provoking some kind of weakness with f6 or h6. I actually find f6 more challenging, which is kind of ironic because it seems like the worst move. But the king also often will just come to f7. It's not so simple. But anyway, my game, he went h6, so I simply retreated. Okay, so now the bishop's on e3. And the point of this move is oftentimes we can make use of like the b6 square. It's often an idea, like this kind of thing. So I definitely had that in mind this game. So he played this move. This is the idea behind black's development. Because if you just play knight f6, you're running into e5 stuff, right? Like, so that is why they were doing this. Yeah, look, the computer liked f6. Okay. Wow, it likes bishop h4. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, and here, and okay, in this part of the game, I wasn't sure how to continue. I felt like if I just do the normal plan, I'm not thinking that anything good happens. So let's have a quick peek at that. Like, let's say the normal plan is queen e2, rook d1. Like, if I was playing completely brainless, like I would just make those moves. Like in a bullet game, I would still play this. And then I would expect something like b5, bishop b3, bishop b7, rook fd1, and then I would expect bishop e7, and let's see what the computer says. Wow, yeah, black is better. Black is better. White's just down a pawn. So I don't want to be just down a pawn. So I actually realized that, which is good. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I realized the normal plan is not going to cut it here. So I played bishop b3, which is still flexible because this is coming, whether I like it or not. So let's have it not come with tempo. Like, I know the bishop's going here, so we play that move, but we don't play queen e2 because that's committal, right? That's too committal. And the computer's giving me this as an option. I mean, really? Why? They could trade off for one. I could take... Okay, what if they go here? If they go here, computer says bishop e2 or bishop d5. Wow. Okay, the computer's crazy. I mean, I assume take, and we'll take with a pawn? No, it wants knight takes. I guess this knight is just an absolute monster. Yeah, it actually is. We're threatening to trap the queen right now. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty concrete. Okay, computer, by Radiohead. Okay, so anyway, well, I like to learn new ideas. That's certainly one. But after bishop b3, my opponent went b5. I assumed he will, because my opponent likes to play very quick moves. This is the type of player that I like to play. They try to beat me on the clock, and I try to checkmate them because they're playing bad chess. And I want to prove it. So, but sometimes I find the way to punish it, and sometimes I don't, and then I blunder in time pressure. So, okay, rookie 1 is wrong. Wow, rookie 1's a blunder. I mean, I wouldn't call it a blunder. It's a mistake, for sure. I have to play knight d5 right now, computer says. I thought about this. I'm turning the engine off for a second. I thought about this move during the game. I thought if takes, I thought potentially he could go knight a5. This is my consideration. And then I thought I should go d6. Let's see if the computer agrees with that. Yeah, d6 only move. We're stopping black from playing d6, and we're kind of like cutting the board in half. So that's pretty nice. And then the d5 square is available for us for various operations. And obviously this bishop is not happy, right? It only had one place to go. And now it has no places to go. So I thought he would take here. And I just want to see what the computer says now. It does say take with the a pawn. And then it says bishop e7. Okay. I think, let's say black played normally. They just played like here. Then we play rook e1. Yeah, and it's getting very tough to stop everything. Like if queen f6. Yeah, actually, I was planning on doing something like this to win the queen. So I guess they have to do something like this. It's not ideal, of course, but yeah, actually, this is still bad. This is still very bad, right? I can go bishop c5, attack the pinned knight, and if they go d6, let's see, can I take that? Absolutely, why not? We can take. Yeah, they're just getting killed. This does feel like a complete disaster. Okay, so anyway, turning the engine back off. Oh, I'm glad I turned the feedback on just in time. Did I play a brilliant move? Yes. It is nice to see the double exclam. In reality, I don't think knight d5 is brilliant. What I really think about the move is that oftentimes in the Morra, you have to play knight d5 just to not be losing. And I feel like this is one of these cases. So I'm going to ask the engine and see if I'm right. Actually, I was totally right. Yay! So wow, I guess to know more about chess, you just play lots of chess games and analyze it and remember it. Third part's pretty important. Because I've seen this a lot of times by now. So I definitely knew that knight d5 was probably the move. And I just had to calculate a little bit, right? Like here, takes, knight has to move. Let's say knight a5, I go d7. If they take, I could just take. They're like, this doesn't look too good for them, I thought. And let's see if that's true. So, knight d5, he did take. He has to take, by the way, because, oh wait, maybe not. Actually, I just realized something. Okay, if he played a nothing move like this, that's terrible. I think we just have bishop e6. How are you saving your queen? And then I'm also going to do that. Like, wow. But they could castle. Okay, but we still have this move. Now there's that. Okay, we get a fork at least. Okay, winning material is still going to be probably good enough. So I'm going to ask the engine. Oh, wow. It says +6. I was expecting plus 1.5. Okay, it's +6. Okay, but anyway, so here we go. Takes. I didn't expect this move, but lucky for me, it's a blunder. Still, I should have already analyzed it and knew it was a blunder. Yeah, this is a mistake. Now, I thought I have to take here or play d6. I thought on d6, he will take me, and I could take with a queen. And then I was wondering about this position. Like, I don't think that he can actually play this, because then I play bishop b6 check. We're winning the queen, but also, is he getting checkmated? I think he is. Like, what did they do here? Like, f7's getting crushed. Oh, wow. Wow. Wait a minute. I don't have to play that. I could have did this immediately even. Okay, but let's say they go here, blocking that. I thought this is still really good because check. I mean, I'm just winning a queen, right? Like, how am I not winning a queen? Like, what do they do here? You know, like, okay. So, okay. So knight takes e5, and so d7 was good, but I decided to take first and then play d6. Okay, this is the right move. Yeah, so white's better now. I'm turning off the feedback because it's a little distracting. Bishop f6, queen d5. Yeah. Now, I thought queen d5. I thought he couldn't do this because of queen d5. So let's see if that was true. Blunder. Oh, no. Okay, let's figure out why it's a blunder. I thought this had to be good. Actually, I see why it's a blunder. If we just go here, the knight's actually still protecting that. So that maybe they could just go rook b8, followed by this. So, yeah, okay. I think I'll ask the computer to verify, but I'm pretty sure that's why. It actually likes bishop b7 immediately. Okay, on rook b8, we have bishop a7. Yeah. Okay, I mean, I can find moves like this during my games. Right, the knight is pinned. We're going to play checkmate. And in the meantime, the rook's attacked. Okay, but what was better than queen d5? f4 was the right move, apparently. On queen d5, this move is good? Why? Isn't that just a free bishop? Maybe we're just getting material back here and it's not good enough. Because they castle? Okay, white's still a little better here, but I guess black's not completely losing here. We don't want that. We want them to be completely losing. So, yeah, in the game, he just like let me have the rook. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that. Like, I'll take a free rook. And then that. And then h3. Yeah, we learned enough. I'm just going to look at the rest now. He took, so I take. Oh, wait, the end is interesting, though. Okay, I mean, if you know me and you don't, then you should know I do not care about pawns. Okay, like if I'm playing a Smith-Morra Gambit, take all my pawns, please. I'm begging you. Because while you're pawn hunting, I will go king hunting. And it's very unlikely you will survive. Like, you cannot mess around in the Smith-Morra Gambit. So he grabbed a pawn, which seems crazy to me. Let's see if that was a blunder. No, it just says inaccurate, but okay. Okay, and this move, and now I determined that he wants to go here and try to, actually here, and try to catch me off guard. But this is not a blitz game, so I blocked it. Bishop f6. Okay. Now, in this moment, I actually like the placement of the queen blocking the bishop because they can't actually move the bishop. If they go here, we take it. And otherwise, they can't move. It's a very effective pawn wedge. Pawn wedges are very good. I learned that when I was 1500. Queen f3, double exclam. 2 double exclams in one game. What more could you ask for? Okay, this looks incredibly natural to me. I don't think I played anything brilliant. I really don't. This looks so natural. I mean, I was looking at f7. I want to kill it. So I played queen f3. Kind of makes sense. All right, queen to b6. He's got to try something, right? I think he's losing. 3 double exclams in one game. I'm so excited. Okay. He takes. Now the rook is pinned. Check. King h7. Bishop takes f7. Rar. Queen d4. And queen f5. And he resigned. Why did he resign? Because where is he going to go? The only move he has is this, and then I just take it. And that would be checkmate. So yay. Yeah, so, okay, let's look at the feedback real quick. I'll show it to you guys as well. Of course, I always grab the background. Okay. Oops. Okay, that's what we wanted. Okay. Graph looks pretty good. This is an excellent graph. I was never truly worse. In the Smith-Morra Gambit, if you're never truly worse, that means you played well. Because holding on to the compensation for a pawn requires some precision, especially if black plays well. So, you know, seeing that I always had compensation at the very least means that I played that correctly. Yeah, and that means that I realized my go-to plan wasn't going to work, and I executed a different plan. So those two things I'm extremely happy about, because I've lost games for sure because of that in the past. And this game, apparently he just went wrong, like right here. Yeah, that move. I guess, how could he survive here? It's the line I said. Knight a5, d6. Probably knight takes b3, yep. Okay, good. Wow, I actually know chess a little bit. That's good to know. And then he should just castle. This is the only way for black to sort of hold it together. Yeah, and I thought here, yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree. This is pretty good. Now, if I play queen d5, attacking that rook, bishop b7, they give the piece back. Interesting. And now, since they're castled, they can finally take that pawn, and black is untangling a bit, and they basically are still up a pawn because they gave the piece back. And that is often a correct way to deal with a position, because if someone sacrifices on you and you're like under such heavy pressure that there's no way out of it, you can sacrifice a piece back and then survive and live to play on, and maybe sometimes even be okay after that. And that's the case here. So, okay, let's go back to the review. Yeah, so, and there was some moment where I messed up this move. Wow, it really says I was completely winning. I have to play f4 here. Or bishop d5. It's hard for me to believe that, but okay. it gives queen d5. Bishop b7. I mean, yeah, it's the same idea, isn't it? So black's giving pieces back. They're going to castle. And then they're going to probably try to win that pawn. Yeah, okay, yeah, this makes sense. Black gives the piece back. And it's just a position now. I mean, white's a little bit better. And if you ask me, I'd much rather be white here. But at least black's fighting and has chances to survive here. The way it went in the game, that was not the case, right? I took a rook. Now I'm up material and I have a good position. Yeah, he's trading. Well, trading doesn't work now. Grabbing pawns doesn't work, so yeah, he got mated. And that's typically what will happen. If a Morra player like wins material and has a good position, like why would you try to win material back? Like taking that pawn is just ridiculous. I would never take that pawn. That is, what are you doing? You're helping me. I want to move my rook. Now you're giving me a reason to move it. Thank you. You know, like, what is that? The pawn really has no significance whatsoever, right? As I demonstrated. So, okay. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this game analysis, and I'll be back with more chess. Okay, bye.